Yep, that's me.
Yes! Okay, so, my name's Octavia, and I'm a cleric, and I was told by the Reverend Father that I'm supposed to come accompany you into this tomb or sanctum. The sanctum, yes, the sanctum, to, help you find a relic.
Oh
All
dear
right,
Lord, no.
all right, let's get in there. Daylight's wasting.
Oh, sounds wonderful.
Yay! She actually does a little jump hop and claps her hands together and looks really excited.
So she's an anime
Oh.
character. Yes.
I am not fan of the Church of Lathander, it seems.
Okay.
Look, not all of us
Lathander himself is fine.
not all of us pay our tithes in teeth, okay?
Really?
Right.
What do you pay them in?
Gold and silver like everybody else.
Wow, that is rather normal. I did not know that was the way for the thunder.
That is rather normal.
She kind
Yeah,
of cocks her head and looks at you funny and takes a notable step back.
Naliria stole my spot. She's gotta go. Where do I sit?
Archon
What?
can move himself up.
Help me?
What are you talking about, dude? Pick
Oh.
a different color.
Nah, it's only gray. That's I can't sit.
He can make another color for you.
Make one. Thank
I
you.
could. I can give myself the right color.
Boom shakalaka.
Yeah. There you
There we
go,
go.
buddy.
Blessings.
I'm the wrong color. There are not a lot of female characters. Let's see.
Oh dear God.
Representation tabletop. Representation.
Back up.
It's got no blonde hair.
You could always go with the picture of the Octavia from Pathfinder Kingmaker. She seems to be very similar in personality.
Sure, why not?
Sure.
I don't know. You'd have to look that up. I don't think it's going to be in the.
I have a strange
Is it-
suspicion.
Is it Octavia or Olivia?
It's Octavia.
I have a strange suspicion that from now on, whenever I think of Carrie, I'm gonna think of Carrie Bear. Carrie Bear.
What?
Bear.
Because you have a bear.
It's a giant bear.
He's not separating you from your character and the bear on top. You are now a bear man
Carrie
who's
Bear.
also a dinosaur man who also has a dog.
Go Carrie Bear.
So, since of course Czar is using Ice Storm, it's going to be Hail Caesar.
Oh no.
That was good. That was good.
You've lost your speaking privileges.
Damn. Okay, you guys enter the sanctum, and it is not what you expected. It is huge, sprawling, rough-hewn stone everywhere. Some of it's covered, some of it's broken out into rooms. There are a lot of wooden boards used as makeshift bridges between huge, what appear to be sinkholes in the ground.
Oh, before we go inside, Porthos wanted to do something.
What do you want to do?
He's gonna put his hand on the wall of the tomb. He's gonna be like, "Hey, Thoric, I know you weren't alive when the rose ceremony started, so I don't know if you think it's an affront to all things like I do, or if you were down with it. But here you go." And he's gonna leave some roses outside the tomb, and he's gonna go inside.
Um,
Wait, hold on a second. What do you mean? Don't. How do you not know what the rose ceremony is?
Oh, I know what it is.
Thoric would take a rose and plant it in the garden of Lyca
Oh,
every year?
he was for the rose ceremony.
Yeah, he would take a
Interesting.
rose. He would take a rose and
Interesting.
he would plant it in Lyca's garden in front of her castle every year.
Okay.
we saw that. Um, but before we go anywhere else, I don't know where we're going. But
He is not buying the rose ceremony at all.
did I get my sand or can I get it later?
No, you can get like a pound of dirt if you want to. Or,
We could put it in a jar for you.
or am I going to find a pound of sand for you? Who
I
has a
know.
pound of sand like in the middle of a non-desert?
Not even just a pound. I want a ton.
What's a ton of it?
Exactly.
All right, fine. There's
There's
magic and dragons, but no fucking sand. Okay.
There's
Well,
tons of sand. Would you
There
like
is.
to
We
journey?
just gotta go to the beach.
well,
Would you like to journey 6 weeks west?
I'd be great
Or
in a beach fight. I would be great in a beach fight. I promise.
well, it depends on how many spells you have, because how many grains of sand are you going to be reducing to half the?
I would be
Or
great in a beach fight.
All right, let's go. Just wanted to know.
Oh my god.
all right. So everyone, roll me a search check. Imagine you're going to be walking through here,
Uh,
spending a great deal of time searching around.
of course.
what is search again?
What
It's
is
one of your
search?
skills.
D20.
Intelligence.
You do not have any ranks in search, so it's a straight roll for you.
Oh, just a D20.
Decent. Yeah, just D20. Wait, but
Whoa, that's not.
clerics are sometimes rather intelligent.
Nope, she has average intelligence.
Oh, okay.
Follow wisdom though.
Average intelligence? What is she? Oh, 10. She's
Yeah.
above average.
Slightly
Okay.
above average, yeah, but no
She
minuses.
has average dex.
Mm-hmm.
3.
Okay.
Apparently, she's too excited about actually not being stuck in a church all day and actually going into a ruin to be able to pay attention to what the fuck she's doing.
That seems accurate.
I rolled an 18 on my search check.
Nice. Where's
I did too.
spells? Where's Illyria's? Where is ours?
This is neither.
And also, we're
What
looking for like his sword, right, or his body.
6 search, right?
Yes, we're looking for Thoric's sword.
Yeah, I would have detect magic up while I was doing it. So
I think I have that as well.
That's it? That's all the search rolls?
No.
I got a 16.
16. Lots of 16s, 18s. 114. Listen 2.
I don't know what Lance's search skill is.
Search. I got 12.
Okay.
yep, and I'm detecting magic, invisible, and I can see through magical darkness.
I
I
am
don't know what
also.
Lance's. Yeah, I don't know what Lance's search is, but he did roll a 19.
Okay.
I'm also using detect magic, and I'm going to use a first level cleric spell called detect chaos / evil / good / law.
Yep.
You
just
pick-
need-
You pick
Good
what
to
you're detecting. Yeah, you don't detect all of
Oh,
them. You pick
okay.
one.
Sorry. Good.
Oh, sure. You locate all the other parties of clerics that are walking around.
Yay!
What was your search check? What did you get, Illyria?
Oh, for the search check,
Yeah.
a 3.
Okay. So, after a long, arduous day of searching through the ruins,
Also,
bumping
wait, are there any of the party members that are not good? Because I ping as good.
I think it's good.
there may be some neutrals, but
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
True
Yeah.
neutral. Yeah.
I think I'm neutral.
Okay.
yeah, you guys spend a whole day in there, going down dusty corridors, walking across shaky wooden planks, climbing up on top of fallen pillars. At the end of the day, you are no closer to anything that resembles what you're looking for. What do you do?
Thoric was a famous paladin, correct?
Thoric is a paladin of legend, yes.
So he probably appears in like religious texts and whatnot. Could I do like a knowledge religion roll to see if like he would have had enemies who might have come in here and stolen his sword?
You're okay. Do a knowledge religion check.
22.
Oh, damn, that's actually pretty good. Did he have enemies? Not that you know of. You know that he has a 22. Damn.
Knowledge religion. I think I'm gonna do that too.
Yeah,
The only
I'm gonna do a knowledge religion.
the only thing
Really, another 3. It's 13.
yeah, but
search
yeah. I was about to say, no, you should have 11 ranks.
14 then.
It's
searching your memory for things you may have read up on
16.
Thoric.
Mhm.
You don't recall any enemies of his, but you remember hearing about him always having a light with him.
Ooh. Spell.
Everywhere he went, there was a light.
Maybe like an aura of some sort that was tangible.
Is
Sure.
that? Perhaps we should have a very bright light here and see if that, guides a certain path.
I cast light on my torch. Not my torch. My mace. Ha 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 ha. I cast light on my mace, the head of my mace, and hold it up, like holy light. Oh.
I suppose we'll look around to see if that changes anything.
When are you doing this?
Are we in like his castle or
I'm
something?
doing it now.
Where are we?
Guys are in Thoric Sanctum. The ruins of Thoric Sanctum. Picture the Parthenon.
Okay.
Okay, so you cast light on your
On my mace.
mace. That's it, right?
Yep, I cast it on my mace, and because it has to be an object.
Night spell.
Night spell.
Night spell.
Okay.
I'll light my lantern and tie it to my belt.
Okay. There are tons of environments here. Like I said, there's covered areas, there's uncovered areas, there's it's really in a bad shape.
I suspect we should go to the covered areas because I suspect if there's light guiding anything, it would likely be on like the ceiling where people wouldn't expect it.
Is there like a primary central area to this Parthenon that would have been considered the center of the sanctum?
To the ruins, yes. There's a large broken center. So huge blocks of rough-hewn stone are basically collapsed there, and there are wooden planks that will let you walk across them.
Okay.
But it's a huge area of pretty dangerous balancing acts.
Look at my sheet.
The covered areas, there are some covered areas along the eastern side. Hallways, corridors lead to rooms. Some of them with broken down walls, some of them you can't get into.
Who here is really good at balancing? Because I'm not exactly the most athletic.
Probably Aranora.
I am.
Let me know what
Or
because
Bashir.
Zashir, could you like turn into a bat and like use
What
your
are we trying?
echolocation?
What are we trying to do?
Yes.
Kiddo.
Wait, what are we trying to do?
The reason why I asked is because there's the central part of the Parthenon here, and there's a whole bunch of wooden planks and everything, and to get to it, you have to cross the planks, and I don't really have the best balance in I was gonna use my light to see if there was anything over there.
I
How far across is it?
Cross-
I mean, the Shear could turn into a bat and
Mhm.
use his echolocation to find like hidden passages and stuff that human eyes couldn't find.
Sure. So the
I
But
can
yeah,
do that.
how
The-
far along are the planks are there?
so
Yeah,
the
that's what I.
broken stones are really huge. I say broken blocks. I'm talking about like 15, 20-foot blocks.
Mhm.
And clearly there have been excavators down below that have climbed down in between these blocks to look, down near the ground level. But they're wooden planks that go across them, and they have sharp. Some of them are sitting flat. Some of them have sharp inclines. It's a rickety kind of scaffolding. Just takes you across the top of it, but you can go down too and search down below.
Yeah,
But how
how
separated?
wide apart? Yeah, how wide? That's what.
No more than 30.
Okay,
I can get us all across.
I can just jump across that, no problem.
Anyone who's nervous about it, I can just get you to the other side.
No,
Oh,
no.
okay.
This is like there are a bunch of these in the center
Right.
where the entire roof had collapsed.
Correct, but I can go from block to block to block without having anyone having to cross the actual plank and risk
Sure,
loss.
yeah,
Yeah, that's
you
what
can
I'm
do
saying.
that.
Yep. This just takes me a little bit to get there,
You
but I
guys
can
have
take
spent
one
the
across.
better part of the day just getting around to the center part.
Yep.
If you're searching.
Oop.
I mean,
Okay.
I doubt his bones are gonna be up here near the surface.
I was gonna say if somebody could take me down below.
Well, depends on how far of a drop we're looking at.
How far of a drop?
Mm-hmm.
Minimum drop will be 10 feet. Maximum will be 30.
Well, I can do it,
Okay.
and I offer the cleric my hand.
I take his hand because I've got no reason to distrust him.
Cool.
Yet.
I teleport down
Okay.
and take
You
one
end up
person.
on a looks like uneven cobblestone
Mm.
type flooring.
Okay.
What are you doing?
She looks vaguely sick for a second. That's not an experience I've ever had before.
Oh, do you want me to bring someone else?
No, I'm good. I don't want to be teleported back up yet.
No, I mean bring down somebody else.
Okay, probably a good idea if we don't completely split the group. I don't know what's in here.
Fair enough. I look up. How many feet down did I teleport?
You told me 10
Okay.
was the point you were going to the lowest point.
Yeah, I was going for the lowest point. It's just 10 feet.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You can
I
lower
yell
the
out.
rope.
It's only about a 10-foot drop. If anyone wants to jump down or climb down, or if you're nervous, I can come get you.
I'll climb down.
Porthos is afraid of snapping his ankles in like in this tomb. So if you wouldn't mind coming getting him.
I've already hopped down at this point. I can
Fair
take a
enough.
hit on the tumble check to
I
reduce
mean-
the fall damage.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm wearing plate armor. I just know my ankles are gonna snap like glass.
Yeah.
Wow.
I pop up, grab Porthos, pop back down.
Cool.
I'm
You
kind
guys are
of
down between these huge blocks.
I'm investigating around a little bit nearby while he's getting Porthos and everybody else is getting down here. And I still have the light on my mace, and I'm seeing if any holy stuff enacts.
I'll be
And
just walking along, seeing if I see anything interesting.
I investigate in the opposite direction of where they're going from the light, since I can see in darkness, and I will have my detect magic up.
Okay. You guys, by the time the sun has started to set, can tell that this used to be a great, massive hall. An area that let in a lot of light. that had sun rays painted on, not painted, but mosaiced into the floor using the cobblestone. You can imagine how beautiful it was. Other than that, you find maybe leftover bits of rope, campfires, stuff that would. What is Zara saying? Okay. Yeah. Stuff that other people may have accidentally forgotten. Not campfires, but like burnt out torches that previous expeditions would have probably left behind. But nothing indicating a tomb or anything of the kind. You do
Those
get
mos-
random shouts from people as they are leaving, just hailing you out and saying they're done for the day, have a good day, that kind of stuff.
those mosaics that are on like the floors and the walls and stuff. Octavia is going to pay very close attention to see if there might be any hints or clues as to, finding anything of import down here. So what should I roll for that?
Knowledge, architecture, engineering.
For religious related stuff?
You're looking for religious clues on it? Knowledge, religion.
Okay. Like clues to what could be in the area, like maybe where he put it. This die is cursed. It's 3 threes in a row now. Hold on a second. Let me look at my thing. Okay.
Porthos
So
is gonna
16 total because I have a plus 13 to knowledge religion.
Okay. 16. This is standard Lathander worship.
Okay.
It's not all the mosaics are decorative, but in line with the standard. Like it's a bit overdone by modern standards, would be considered kind of, I don't know.
Gaudy.
Yeah, definitely gaudy. Just okay, we get it. You worship Lathander. Okay, you can have a holy symbol and just chill. Don't need all of this, symbolism.
All right.
What was Porthos doing?
Porthos is gonna kind of signal Zashir to like come off to the side with him.
Okay.
Hey man, I'm starting to get a real bad vibe from this town.
From Nytherbane?
Yeah. They let the statues of their heroes fall into disrepair. They let the tombs of legendary warriors just crumble to dust. They charge gold for Lathander's miracles. They profane his holy rites. I mean,
Hmm.
this is starting to become worrisome.
What do you think we should do about it?
Okay, I think what we got to do, we got to gather up enough gold and resources that we can bring in. Okay, no, okay, that sounds genocide. No, we'll come up we'll come up with a better plan down the road.
Octavia looks at you with great concern.
Oh no, you're not
Okay,
here for
so-
this conversation.
Porthos the Paladin,
got-
everyone.
Well,
Porthos the
I'll
Paladin.
see you finally meet the true Porthos.
this is a private conversation.
That echoes throughout this chamber. Yep, you got it.
Okay.
Octavia finally gets fed up and has had enough of this searching bullshit and just fucking uses divination for a clue.
You're gonna cast divination.
You're gonna
Yes.
cast divination.
Okay.
She's phoning a friend.
1-800 Lypander. Hey yo, where the fuck is this sword?
While that's going on, I'm still just trying to find any little spots where the lights that they're bringing about hit the ceiling. See if it changes anything.
1-800. Where the shit is this relic?
Okay. So what is your request?
Oh damn, you're burning a level 4 spell
Yeah,
slot.
level 4 spell.
Yeah.
Okay, so can you contextualize what do you mean by my request?
You have to pose a question to your god. You're using divination to ask your god a
Yep.
question. It's got to be succinct. It's
Okay.
got to have a simple answer.
And to clarify, like out of character, they're
Mhm.
looking for the sword of Thoric?
You haven't been told that.
I remember them talking about it.
Sure.
Okay.
They may have. I don't think Porthos told anyone. Did you tell
No,
anyone
no,
that?
I told him at the
Yep.
end.
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought he told us. Yeah.
I wouldn't have hidden the information.
Okay. Where is Thoric's sword? Straight into the point.
Alright, your caster level
Mhm.
is 8, so she has a 78% chance that it is correct. That she'll get an answer.
Okay. Here we go.
And if it fails, she knows it's fail, unless there's specific magic that's healing a false information.
Okay. The question was what?
Where is Thoric's sword?
All right. Let's jump channels.
Hey!
I think she's going to be horribly disappointed. That was a way too open-ended of a question.
It's like, this is the sword he used when he was a boy.
Yeah. Like,
I mean, if it was that simple, I think the clerics would have found it long before now.
yeah.
Well, this seems like a good time for a piss break.
Yeah, I'm going to go get a snack. Be back.
Octavia sits there praying for a little bit, and then she opens her eyes, and her right eye twitches a little bit.
What is it?
That the sword is here, but very far away at the end of a great battle. What?
So the sword is here, but also far away?
Maybe a
At the
different time?
great battle. I'm guessing it's here, but in the past, at the end of
Mm-hmm.
a battle? I don't know. Why do
Sounds
gods have to be vague?
It's
Sounds-
likely that it's been, like, sealed away? And it was-
Another plane?
Oh, I
possibly.
wouldn't be certain. I don't know.
Possibly.
Knowledge planes, Jack!
But at the end of a great battle implies not now.
Either that or it implies that it's
We have to
guarded
fight?
by some
Ooh.
type of thing that would.
Yeah,
Yes.
we have to
Protected.
battle. Yeah, gotcha.
29. Knowledge planes.
Okay. You know that nothing that you didn't know before.
You know lots of stuff about the planes.
Yep. You're sure you would have remembered something about this, but you don't.
Curious. I don't have any time travel spells, unfortunately.
I'm gonna sit here and rack my brain for any obscure texts and religion she might have gone over in her life and hopefully
In the
remembers.
interim, night is falling,
I think
and it
it's
is
time for us
starting to get cold.
I think it's time for us to go back for now.
Yeah, 18. Alright.
For
Okay.
my part, I'm just going to be jumping back up to the top part. and
Okay.
getting prepared to leave.
Yep. We'll climb out.
Okay.
Have a hand.
You make your way back through the relative maze of debris.
As we're making our way back out, I am still just peeking at the ceilings because that's where I'm suspecting things would show up with the light.
Okay.
Did we rest last time?
It still has. Huh?
Did we rest this time or last
Yes.
time? Okay, so we have
Yes,
my spells
we-
back.
It's
Alright.
still daylight. It's just the sun is setting. So, it's starting to. Those cold winds are starting to get to you. It's late in the year. Okay, so you exit the sanctum. You're looking at the ceiling for.
Honestly, just for anything that would have changed with the light. So I'm only
Okay.
paying attention whenever it hits the light. And
Roll me a spot check.
I'm back. Sorry. Quick catch up.
Sun is setting. You guys are leaving. It's getting cold.
Okay.
Were you
Well-
here for when I said what the divination was? Okay.
No.
So mine is an 18.
18 on spot. Okay. Roll me a D100.
I was way too amused by finding my father cackling
Okay. So here's the D10 first.
at 50 Shades of Black.
0.
Damon Wayans movie parodying 50 Shades of Grey.
So that is
0.
a 9.
9 on a
Mhm.
D100.
On a D100.
Wait.
God damn. Okay.
0 for the 10th digit, 9 on the 1's digit.
Rip.
You can swear that in the shadows, on the corner of a ceiling as you were passing, there was a glint of light. But you immediately, when you do a double take, it's not there anymore. You're relatively certain that it was just a trick of light and shadow.
But I'll do a bit of a yawn as we're leaving, and I don't know if the lights are playing tricks on me or not, but I do think that something reacted whenever the light hit.
Hey, fellas. I
Yep.
think I'm gonna sleep in the tomb.
What?
Why?
Really?
Why?
I mean, the church told me I was prophesized to find this sword, and I don't know. Maybe Thoric will tell me something in my dreams or something.
Or you'll get eaten by something.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're all gonna die sometime or another.
You're not planning on sleeping in your armor, are you?
Why not?
Well, it's very cold.
Mm-hmm. The temperature rapidly drops as the sun begins to set. What was cool breeze has turned into blowing into your hands and being
You
able
know,
to see your breath.
I found a way to warm myself up long ago, and Porthos is gonna pull out a bottle of brandy.
Oh no, that's terrible. You're going straight down into Terribleville.
Okay.
I will go back in. But Octavia, do you have a room at the temple? I'm assuming.
I do. And you said that you saw a light?
Yes. Whenever I was looking at the ceiling because I figured if there was a path marked that would have been hidden, it likely would have been there if the light hit it. So I saw a little glint, but whenever I looked again, it went away. So
Can
I'm not. I'll point to where roughly I saw it. It was only whenever the light just hit it.
Okay, well, when he points it out, she goes over there and she holds up her mace, which still has the light spell on it.
Mm-hmm. Just the corner of a ceiling.
Are you using a lantern?
Me? No, I was just watching whenever your light happened to hit things.
Okay. It's weird.
Maybe hit the spot where you saw it. Maybe it's like a diamond or something.
I don't necessarily intend to excavate anything here, but I'll jump up and tap at the spot, I suppose.
Sure. You guys can see clearly there's nothing there but dust, cobwebs.
I'm not entirely sure what would have done it, but that's where I saw the glint.
starting to get really cold.
Yep.
Yeah, I
And
think
you
we
know,
can go back.
when night falls, the Thanderites, they want to bathe in the sun's light. They
Yep.
wake up at daybreak, and they're done their official duties at sunset.
It's freezing, and I'm starting to not be able to feel my fingers, so I'm gonna start heading out.
Yes, I'm going back to the inn.
Okay.
Are you sure you want to stay here by yourself?
Porthos is gonna drink 2 mouthfuls of Lance gave him that dwarf liquor. He's gonna drink 2 mouthfuls of that. He's gonna say, "Who said I was by myself?" And he's gonna summon Reckless.
Sashir is also going to stay.
Yeah,
I have a winter blanket.
I'm gonna
Okay.
curl up next to Reckless and like use her horse body heat to keep warm.
Okay. Well,
I will curl up next to my bear and have a winter blanket.
Okay, so
I
I
am
don't know
going
where your
to-
bear was this whole time. Because he
Definitely
could,
not in the pit.
yeah,
He's too big for me to
Okay,
talk
okay.
and
all
he
right.
would have destroyed those planks trying to cross anything.
with.
Yeah,
Totally just hung out at the entrance. Yep. Bodyguard.
people will be discovering a bear's remains in a year's time.
um, I think this is really foolish of us to all split up. It's
Well,
never worked in the past.
Especially with the vampires in the city.
Well,
Yeah.
at the very least,
Oh, when you guys, I forgot to mention this. When you guys were in the center of town, who went to Eris's shop of wondrous things?
That was Shiri.
Sherry did.
Yeah, I
Shiri,
went there.
yeah.
Across the street, the Broken Philly is boarded up.
Oh,
Not
that's
just
interesting.
closed, but boarded up.
Mm.
Like they left town or they're preparing for a siege.
It's boarded up from the outside. So it's
The
not
former.
like they're boarded up from the inside where someone's like trying to keep people out. It's people who aren't there. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, the former,
Yeah.
just not necessarily what he said. Yeah.
Yeah, the place looks like it's I got served an eviction notice.
hmm
Nice. Well, I won't bother much with that. I think that we should go back to the inn. If there's people who wish to stay, I suppose that's fine. We can rejoin you in the morning. But if you wish to not separate too much, I don't think that we would mind having you at the inn, Octavia.
okay. Well,
I don't know if you have specific prayers you need to make. I don't wish to intrude.
I just have to be up in the morning, literally at the crack of dawn, to attend to my morning sermons and make sure all the prayers are taken care of. And then after that, I'm at the party's disposal pretty much. The Reverend Father told me that I was supposed to stay with you and help you.
Very well. Then I'll leave it to you.
Porthos, why do you want to stay?
Well, I'm hoping that this tomb is I'm hoping Thoric will communicate me while I'm sleeping and show me where his sword is.
I see. And you think this is gonna happen because?
Oh, I typed the divination result, by the way, in the party in the chat in the game.
Okay. Well, like I don't want to, you know, kind of Where did you put it? Because I don't see.
In the
I'm just
chat.
gonna. It's here, but very far away at the end of a great battle.
The here may also be very misleading,
Mhm.
as that may not mean this tomb. That
Yeah.
may
Yep.
mean this plane.
Yep.
So there's like 3 different things it could be. a different plane, this plane, but not yet, or in the past.
Like my I'm
Look,
looking at my sheet really quick.
um,
So who's going back to the inn? Who's braving the cold?
I'm
Do you guys
definitely
have
going back to
fire?
the inn.
I am going to.
In.
By fire, I mean like kindling, something to burn. Because you can always walk out, just out of the sanctum, and pick up a torch from anywhere. Like,
So really quick before they decide to start actually making fire, Octavia is going to approach Porthos and look at him and say, "Brother, we're children of Lythander. Do you really think that sleeping here in the cold, in
the dark.
in the cold and in the dark, away from his grace, is going to allow you to have a dream from one of his divine harbingers? Thoric was basically one of his sons with how devout he was. He was a mini god in comparison to the normal mortal paladin of Lythander. He's not going to communicate here with you in the darkness."
I mean, I look at it like this. Thoric, over the course of his life, must have braved many hardships in the church's service. Perhaps by me braving this hardship, I will prove myself worthy to him.
Do you really think that Lythander is going to shed light on you in the darkness in the middle of the night when he is a god of the sun?
I'm hoping Thoric, who was a man in this world, will see his fellow man struggling and will help him.
Thoric rose to
Help
divinity.
me.
Basil sits on the floor, takes
My
out a piece of
favorite
ration, and begins to eat.
Alright, fuck it. I'm gonna use charm.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, that never
Do
works
not
out.
cast spells on Porthos.
You have not met Porthos.
That's not a good
Charm
idea.
No. See, that's not
diplomacy.
good.
Roll initiative. Let's do this.
Okay.
E on the first night.
This is
Why does everybody automatically assume they're gonna fuck because she's using charm? She's trying to convince him to go back to the temple instead of being a
no. I'm not
barbarian.
convincing. No, that's not.
Porthos is not a cleric as much as he is a burn the forest down.
Yeah,
Chopping it, just burn it down.
he's one of those Inquisition-y type paladins.
Hmm.
Oh god.
The ones with the red sashes, gold embroidery, the ones that all look.
The Scarlet Crusade, cough
The
cough.
ones in Scarlet
Yeah.
Crusade, yes.
No, but you can do the charm. This is great. This is why I
yeah.
sat down and started eating my ration because I'm about to get a show.
You Lathandrites
Okay,
are
let me
crazy.
look at my thing here.
Yeah.
So Lathandrites are like wild cards, yo. I want some of this god.
I want what. Oh, I want
What is
she's
charm?
Yeah.
She's using
Charm.
diplomacy on him.
I
Oh,
want what
just
she's
diplomacy.
wishing
Okay.
on.
Okay.
And let me see if I can actually locate if I have a charm spell.
The problem with PCs though is they can just choose to disbelieve as opposed to NPCs, which are kind of compelled to believe.
No, I don't think you have a.
That's the
Charm.
only rule difference between a PC and an NPC with regards to bluffs and those kinds of things.
I will be just casually mentioning as we're watching. If I remember right, Lavender is the morning moon, right? Do you think maybe being here right at the break of dawn would be beneficial?
I mean, above table, we have no other quest at this point. I mean, I don't see any point in leaving the tomb.
Okay. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just,
Mm.
I am the world.
You know, you can diplomacy him. You don't
Yeah.
have a charm spell.
Okay, I'm gonna try and use diplomacy. See if anything happens.
But Porthos, come on.
7.
All right. So So as you're about to give me this beautiful like soliloquy, you like fart like real loud.
No, that's not how that works. I have honeycombing over my character. Thank you very much. That's not how that works.
I do not have random bodily functions.
Holy moly.
Okay, so who's going
So-
back to the tavern? Who's spending the night here?
Right as she's about to start the beautiful soliloquy, reckless farts.
Yep.
There we go. There we go.
And
It is very difficult to keep any type of straight face because, despite Porthos's claim that it is
Muffins.
muffins, it is anything but.
Oh dear
Yes.
lord.
She looks equal parts
Except Porthos.
disgusted and equal parts amused, and just is like, you know what? This isn't worth it.
Right,
Porthos
then.
wafts the smell.
I will attempt to be back here very early so I can be here right at the break of dawn so we can see if that has any effect on this place.
I can just
Um,
wake you up when I wake up, which is usually around 5 in the morning.
That would be wonderful.
As she's walking away, Porthos is gonna say to Reckless, "I don't blame you for doing that, girl. I didn't want to hear what she had to say either."
Wow.
Damn.
Unnecessarily being an asshole.
Well then, Porthos, enjoy your night out in the elements.
Hey, you too, buddy.
Alright, hope you're not a vampire tomorrow.
Yeah, that sucks. Something awful.
What do you have to keep you warm?
Reckless's body heat.
Oh,
That-
boy.
Still going to require some survival checks, but okay.
Oh,
Who's with
yeah.
him?
And a bottle of dwarf liquor.
Yeah, that's not giving
Sure.
you pluses.
And
Yeah,
the thing
it's-
that you have to not keep you warm is your full plate armor.
Yes,
Which is
your
a
full plate armor is going to
choice.
make you incredibly uncomfortable in the cold. You probably should take it off or find a blanket of some kind to cover yourself with.
Can I wedge myself in between the horse and the bear? And like just wear my street clothes.
Okay, so you're bringing the bear into the sanctum.
No, the bear is not there.
Okay. No, I'm happy to roll the dice. You just tell me what you're doing. I'll make all the roll. Because Reckless can be summoned and dismissed at will, so
Yeah,
she can
yeah.
appear anywhere. But the bear will have to lumber over some terrain.
Can Reckless like crouch over me like a mother chicken and like not crush me with her huge horse weight?
That's not
Right.
how tendons and horse
You
legs
have-
work.
A pretty high wisdom, so
Porthos.
I would.
This is the last appeal I'm going to make to you. Before I met all of you, was homeless and dirty and slept in the streets. I slept under the worst conditions of which I have become accustomed to and able to survive. And even I am getting the hell out of here and going someplace warmer.
All right, I'll come too.
Okay. Well, you also know that if you wanted to stay warm here, you would need to light a fire,
Yeah.
which is not a problem because nothing that you can see is flammable. other
Except for the
than-
floorboards.
Well, the wooden planks that are used to cover to span the.
The
To
old
divide,
homeless
sure.
defense worked out.
I could have gathered up some rose bushes. Those would have kept me warm.
They have thorns.
Oh my god.
But no, if you lit a campfire, you would, and had a blanket, you would not require the survival checks to keep warm during the night.
Yeah, I already said I was leaving. Let's just head out.
So
Okay.
I have a question.
Sure.
Mhm.
When Octavia was turning to leave, like did Weirdus say not Weirdus, did Porthos say that literally within earshot of her?
Me and Reckless have a telepathic bond, so I probably told her that way.
Okay.
So unless you can read the minds of horses, no.
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 She wouldn't be trying to read the minds of horses.
Horse telepathy. That's a new skill.
Right,
Oh,
so
I
we'll
can, I
just-
can I
check
can
into
see through. I can see through Reckless's eyes as well.
Okay. Sure, give me one more spot check.
Sure.
Real question. Can you paint with all the colors of the wind?
That's a really good song. I'm not gonna lie.
Well,
I fucking love Pocahontas.
I don't know why I'm rolling really high on spot, but I'm terrible at it. So that is a 20 on the dice, and it is a straight 20.
Okay, awesome. And you're gonna give me the D100 again.
Very well.
Did you roll like a 3 last time?
I did. No, a
On
9.
A 9 on a D100. That's damn.
Do
It's a
pronunciation
6?
raise.
60.
60?
Yes.
Yeah, you're relatively certain you are seeing a flash of light in here, and there shouldn't be one. It's in the corner of your eye, somewhere high up. There's a flash of light, and the sun is goddamn set already. The sky is just like slightly purple, just way out in the horizon.
I'm going to be looking around to see if there's any type of glass or anything reflective on the ceiling somewhere nearby.
Nope, no glass, it's stone.
How come no one
The
else
only
is getting
things
sex?
remaining that someone else. Well, okay, so you guys have been talking for a while, and he said he's actively looking.
Oh,
That's
okay,
why he's
okay.
getting the spot check. Yeah.
I'm just checking. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no glass. Nothing. The only things that are wood or glass or metal are things that are recent, new things that have been brought here. Everything else seems to be just the stone survived.
There is definitely light. Flashes of light coming on. And then I'll point right where the corner of the eye was.
I mean, you could be suffering from a retinal detachment, but it's unlikely.
Sashir, could you like turn into an owl and like investigate that?
Yes, I can do that.
Fly thing. Things that fly.
To
This is like
clarify,
an episode of
What you want
Manimal.
me to do?
I mean, you're your own man, Fancy. Don't let me boss you.
All right, I'll do it.
a quick
Fancy,
clarification.
fancy.
Octavia has not like left. She's actually with Shiri's character because he's the only person besides Evan's character who's actually been nice to her.
It's hilarious that I'm the nice one.
Halflings are always nice.
I'm not a halfling, I'm a human.
Yeah.
Shiri's
Of course you
character.
are. Porthos? No, you're Basil. Yes.
You,
Okay, so you're an owl?
I'm an owl.
All right. What you doing?
I'm searching the area.
Okay.
Uh,
Roll me a
yeah.
search check.
The ceilings.
Okay. We just bring up owl
Mhm.
and 3.5.
Well, this is gonna be a hoot.
Mhm.
wah, wah.
I hope so.
Do not approve.
So I'll just do a quick glance up at the area that I saw the flash of light at again to see if I can search it too.
You have +10 to spot.
Nice.
Nice.
All right, here we go.
Looking at
What's in
my
a
sheet.
roll?
You're rolling search.
Search. Oh yeah, there's like 2 different. Owl doesn't give me any bonuses to search. It gives me a bonus to spot.
I'm gonna roll spot for funsies.
Sure.
So I'm gonna roll spot first because owl doesn't actually help in this situation at all.
Okay.
So that's going to be a 26.
Roll
don't-
a 9.
You can see there's a changing of the guard outside.
Okay.
Yes,
You're up high, right? Yeah. You can see that.
Yeah, no, I meant like around the spot that they saw the little glint of light.
Yeah, spot is seeing something that's happening. Search is looking for something. So basically,
Okay.
he rolls spot because he's the only one paying attention, and something happened
My rolls are
to
Oh,
him.
okay.
Yeah.
I see nothing.
And then I suppose I will try to do a search at that
Well,
area.
my search
I can't
is pitiful. So 13 on my search.
Better than my 9.
After getting as close as possible to the corners as you can of the ceiling, you find nothing but dust in your wings and a cricket. One cricket violently chirping as it is trapped in a cobweb that's long been abandoned.
Ark, I'm gonna try and
Aesthetic free.
search also. I can also see perfectly in the darkness. Again, I can see things that are invisible.
Mhm.
And I rolled on my search check a 16.
You guys are relatively certain that Shuri is seeing things at this point.
Hmm.
If
I'm
not
not-
retinal detachment, it's got to be macular degeneration.
I'm not seeing what you're seeing, here.
It's only brief glimpses. I'm not seeing it now either, but I know what I saw. It's definitely there. I just don't know how to make it happen. I would recommend keeping your eyes towards the ceiling whenever we're walking and having that source of light, like the rumors mentioned that he did in the morning whenever we check again.
Okay.
I think it will be stronger whenever the light is out and it's more of, I suppose, Lavender's time.
Roll me a wisdom check, Shuri.
16.
Yeah, you've only seen it when it was darker.
Well, I suppose this is actually maybe the ideal time to see it. I would recommend that everyone pay attention to the ceiling whenever we're walking out, just using that light and just see where it changes. Just pay attention to that on the ceiling. And you'll probably see it too.
Can we all give it a try?
Sure. You guys are leaving?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
What should we
Okay.
roll?
You're going to roll search checks. You're looking for something.
Can you spawn me in a different D20 because this one's made out of bullshit. Fuck you. Threw it off the end.
What is your
I
D20?
see nothing.
I yeeted it off the end of the map.
It's just gonna put it somewhere else if you do that.
In the middle. Really? Where'd it go? You want
Is
a
that
new
the?
one?
Yeah,
This one?
I want a new
A
one.
new one. That's a new one.
No, it's
Okay.
That was ours.
not. Okay, new
Here.
one. All right, let me.
I'll retire this one. There we go. Forgot I have this DM screen. Oh my god. Wasting.
Yay! I actually did it. Let me look at my. It's just the straight 11. Sad face.
What's wrong with this dice? Roll 2 16s and an 18. That's a 20 on the dice. There's an 8. That's a 5. Got into the low rolls now. Oh, 15.
The device does work. The device does pretty well. Maybe you just
Oh.
press the R on it instead of trying to roll it normally.
Yep, you can hit R to roll. Okay, so you guys got your search checks in.
Yep. 6 for me.
11.
Okay.
18.
20.
And 20.
19.
19. Those are really good rolls, but fortunately, you don't see this flash. There's no flash. There's nothing. That just looks like a ceiling. You guys exit the sanctum, pass by a few city guard as you make your way towards, I assume, the tavern.
Yep.
Okay.
The ocean will sweep them away.
As we're walking, I make a comment. Could it be that whatever caused that light was a reflection of the light from my mace?
I don't think there was anything to reflect it off of. It was just stone.
Hmm.
That's the strange part. I think that there was a reason why he was always with a light, which is why I was checking to begin with. And I don't know. I mean, he was a paladin, right? That may mean something along the lines, and Porthos may understand this a bit more than I do. But maybe there's something about the duty of a paladin bringing the light to darkness that would actually cause him to travel only when it was dark. And then a path would light itself up for him.
So you guys head back to the tavern. Octavia heads to the temple. The temple is on the way to the tavern, so you guys will part ways when. Are you speaking, Shuri?
No, not yet.
Oh, showing your mic open. Sorry. Yep. You part ways at the tavern. You guys head in. I don't know where the bear goes, but good luck with that.
In the stable?
Bear goes to the stable.
Nope. They won't have that because if the bear goes to the stables, all the horses go away from the stables.
All the horses freak the fuck out at the smell of bear.
The bears.
They've seen this movie. It does not end well for the horses. So
It's like the hills have eyes for horses.
I'll take the bear outside.
The horse have hill's eyes.
That
okay.
was terrible.
The temperature drops precipitously. It becomes very cold to the point where the warmth inside the tavern has caused the glass to get frosty. It's not quite snow temperature, but it is pretty cold.
Glad we're not still out there.
Octavia is bundled up in her bed with a thick, cozy blanket and the fire lit because fuck that noise.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty warm inside the tavern and in the temple. It's comfortable. They're running both fireplaces in either end of the room, and the chandeliers are all lit.
Cat.
I will turn to Porthos after Octavia's left, and just ask if he was trying to hide something from the church. In the middle of the night would be the perfect time. None of them would ever venture in there at that time. So I think you may have been onto something.
Well, I mean, if you always had a light about him, I mean, yeah, like I think nighttime would be the best time to look, but we kind of made our choice.
At least for tonight. We can check it again, perhaps tomorrow. Maybe
I mean,
if we don't see anything in the morning, we can sleep a little during the day.
We don't have anything to do until Thurzan comes back.
That's right.
That is true.
That is true.
So we should continue to look into this and see what we can find.
Yep.
There's also another possibility, which is something that actually just crossed my mind. If he always was seen with a light, maybe there's something to do with perhaps some of the stones are like naturally formed and will glow if he puts the light out after exposing it to it.
Maybe we could ask somebody knowledgeable in those things, like
I
a
don't know.
scientist or.
Yeah, maybe somebody who does architecture, or we could just
Or
try.
an alchemist who would know about rocks with such properties.
Yes, otherwise we could just try putting the light out next time and see what happens. It's not like we can just put it right back on.
So you guys hunkering down for the night?
I believe so.
Yep.
Okay. For that discussion, give me a knowledge religion check again, Porthos.
Uh, 12.
Okay. Yep. Okay. So you guys head to bed.
Before he sleeps, Porthos is gonna say a prayer, and he's pretty shit-faced at this point, so he's not very eloquent. He's like, "Hey, Big L,
Oh my god.
um, just need to get a quick word in. I really want that sword to send Cyric worshippers to hell, and if you could give me any advice on how to achieve that goal, that'd be much appreciated. Anyhow, Porthos out. Good night," and he's gonna pass out.
Porthos out.
Peace.
Oh my god. Holy balls.
Hmm.
Mm.
That's how I pray too.
That's
It's true.
how's that working out for you?
I don't pray that way. I journal.
All my prayers get answered.
All right.
That's looking right.
Dear Buckham, I learned a new thing today. Lathander people are weird.
It's new for you.
But
You're just learning that.
by
I
the
know, right?
way,
This just dawned on him.
would
Okay.
All this time I thought it was just Porthos. It turns out it's all of them.
does,
So the night passes, and morning comes. You guys are all up. I imagine Octavia is knocking on your doors.
she's waking your asses up at 5:30 in the morning before the sun is up.
That way I can hurry over and we can start looking before it gets too bright.
Hey guys, I remember something.
What's that?
Um, Thoric always walked with the light, and it was even said that the light was his friend.
Right.
I remember that back when I was studying for my knighthood.
Paladin
Well,
School is an awesome school.
alright, well, but what does that mean to us?
The light was his friend.
Can I do a religion roll to see if I know anything potentially about like a creature or an elemental or a divine anything that could potentially be made out of light that is potentially known to quote unquote make friends with people of divinity?
Just about everything celestial looks like it's made out of light.
Yeah. You could do a knowledge planes. Do you have knowledge planes?
I do. You know I do. You made my sheet.
Yeah, I know that was.
I just nat 20. So 33.
It's nice. Yeah, there are several different types of celestials that glow.
Specifically ones that are like
Well,
just the
there's
form of light.
called a lantern archon.
Mm-hmm.
A lantern archon? What level do I
Sure.
need? Okay, hold on a second. A lantern archon. Let me look at my spell list because I think I can summon that.
You can summon a lantern archon.
I think so.
Sure.
Summon monster. Call extraplanar creature to fight for you, quote unquote.
Yeah, but it's gotta
I
be.
Can I specifically try and summon a lantern archon?
Sure. Yeah.
Depends on
If
the.
it's on your list,
Yeah. What's summon
summon
monster?
list.
Summon
Which
monster Ivy.
summon monster for the. I don't know if you can do that since you did a divination and
Didn't
the.
we rest though?
Oh, this is the next day.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could pray for that spell, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Lantern Archon is 4th level.
Plus I have 3 fourth rank spells a day plus 1 domain spell. So
Yep.
I'm gonna do that.
Do it.
Okay. So are we at the ruins?
I think that's where we're heading. I don't think we have a reason to stop
Yeah.
anywhere else.
Okay, so can I pray while we walk or no? Is this a concentration related thing?
As long as you're not like walking into things, you're fine.
Okay. She clutches her holy symbol and she looks towards where the morning light is starting to come up, like the sky is graying as the sun rises, and she starts praying to Lathander to summon a lantern archon. Oh god of light, grace me with the gift of allowing me to summon forth one of your divine creatures. I seek to bring into my assistance a lantern archon so we may light the way to find the treasure of one of your divine and holy knights.
Okay. A lantern archon appears next to you. It's like a
What
light
is
turned on.
Okay, what does this thing look like?
A ball of glowing light.
Cool. So she holds her hands out to it so that way it can sit on her hands. And it's like, hello, friend.
It speaks to you in a type of musical song.
She knows pretty much. There's one that allows me to know all languages. It's a spell.
Oh no, it's common. It's just it sounds like it's singing when it speaks
Okay.
to you. Yep.
Okay.
Sounds like musical notes,
Cool.
but words.
Awesome.
Think of a really highly auto-tuned YouTube video.
Cool.
Yep.
So I quote unquote pet the lantern archon in a very loving and gentle manner. Hello, friend. We need your help trying to locate one of the divine treasures of Thoric the Paladin. And we had heard that light was his friend, and he always walked with the light. And you are the living embodiment of light. So could you potentially show us the way in the ruin to see if anything important shows up in your presence?
The Lantern Archon seems very willing to assist you,
Sweet.
although they have no idea what a Thoric is.
Okay.
Well, we best hurry. I don't know how long those creatures can stay here, but
8 rounds.
we may as well take advantage while he does.
I mean, if Thoric was a legendary paladin of Lathander and this thing's a celestial, it might have heard of Thoric.
It doesn't know what a Thoric is, so no. He doesn't. It doesn't. Alright. We're inside the ruin, and I'm letting the Archon just kind of float around to see if anything pops up.
Yeah, your Lantern Archon floats around. It zips away from you, moving up and around, looking. Roll a search check for me.
My search is so bad.
No, it's not your search. It's the
The Archons.
Lantern search. Yep.
I
You
don't
have
know.
to roll the dice, and then he adds the pluses from the monster. So you have to
Oh,
roll the
okay.
dice.
Mm-hmm. Don't worry, his search is 0, so you're fine.
14.
It's 14. Okay.
Huh?
So you guys prepped up. Do you take anything with you on the way to this to the sanctum?
Blankets.
Yes. Sorry, I was going through the celestial list, but yes, a Lantern Archon would be the first thing you would think of. Yeah. So you brought blankets.
Uh,
I was making a joke because we were.
Oh.
Blankets, food. I have my
Oh, what's your
kit and-
adventuring gear?
You know,
Oh, yep.
Yep. Okay, sure. So the Archon searches. It finds nothing. Are you guys searching?
you know.
I'm looking at the walls, nothing lights up.
We're gonna go
Nope.
directly to that place we were last night. So
The walls, okay, so basically everything in the morning. Oh wait, you went very early in the morning, right? 5:30. Sun's not quite up yet. It's still blisteringly cold. It's the coldest it is right before daybreak.
Yeah, the
Um,
daybreak. The sky is gray and everything, and the light was just starting to come over the horizon when she summoned the Archon. Literally, as the sun reached to the horizon.
okay, you guys begin searching the heavily what's it called? The city guard, city watch, are wearing, you know, full we call it like skins. They're wearing skin cloaks. Yep, they are. They're very displeased to have this particular watch. So they kind of ignore you as you walk into the sanctum. You begin searching where? The areas with cover, right? Places that have shadows.
That is
Yeah.
the area that I believe is the best to check, yes.
Yep.
That's off to the eastern side. You guys move slowly and methodically. You search using the lantern archon. You find nothing with the lantern archon. You guys make your rolls. Search checks.
Okay.
Yep.
And I will consider this a morning of searching.
7. Fuck me.
7 is not a win.
No.
Yeah, mine was a 7 too.
3 of us got 7.
16.
Zaz
Can we
rolled
take 20 on
very
this?
important.
Is that
Take a
something we
20.
can do?
You can take a 20 if it's like a very specific area,
Yep.
like a 5-foot square, but not a temple.
Yeah, the dice are not with us this evening.
Czar coming in with a 22. 22 is nice and high.
Mm.
No, you don't find anything.
I hate all of you. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry.
Well, you find things. I shouldn't say you don't find anything. You do find things.
I should have found like
But most
15
of it
quarters
is
by now.
just, it's just like you'll find a particular design in a room.
Nice. It's
Yeah.
pretty.
Yes. You're discovering stuff
Oh, look at
that
that.
people may have missed.
That's nice. You guys saw
Yep.
that over there? It's cool.
Mm-hmm. And this used to be a staircase. It's not anymore. It's now a slide. See?
It's cool
Going
stuff.
down.
Finding a bunch of stuff. Okay.
So I'll just wait until it's a little bit brighter and see if I can, I guess, see what the areas that I remember having the little flashes of light are, and see them
That's
whenever
where
it's brighter.
that is near where you entered.
Mhm.
That is the corridor you were in when you when Porthos lay down and decided he was going to sleep. You guys were having a little talk.
All right. So with the different lights and everything, I'll just take a peek at those similar areas to see if they have like special designs or anything there.
Where is this? Sorry.
Just at the spots where I vaguely remember the flashes of light being. If it, like there was a special type of design or something that might have reflected light on it.
No, it's flat stone. There is nothing there that was even like, given the dust, the exposure to the elements, it's not even like it could have been wet, give you a reflection.
So the reflection I saw should have been impossible.
Yes. It's like almost one of those like flashes of light you see in the corner of your eye and you look and there's nothing there. It's exactly like that.
Interesting. So while it's still fairly dark, I guess I'm just going to continue walking, and I'm going to try walking with my eyes closed and see if I can kind of create it and see if it happens again. Just a little flash.
Walk with your eyes closed.
So
Yeah.
on a scale from 1 to dangerous, that's really high, just because of the fact that there are things that you will actively need to be avoiding in these ruins.
Oh, I'm not doing it the whole way. I'm just doing it down the narrow, like the safer part of the hallway, where
Okay,
it was
really slowly.
very slowly. I'm not doing this to try to take my chances. I'm just wanting to see
Okay.
if, you know,
Cool.
I can recreate it. It's likely not going to happen, but I
I'll
figure
say
it's
with
worth a shot.
the best efforts at the end of the morning period, moving into lunchtime, you guys are pretty much demoralized. You've been actively searching for something that would tell you why you saw this flash of light. And it makes no sense. Your Lantern Archon has gotten into all kinds of little nooks and crannies in all the rooms you guys can't get into, and come back telling you,
Nothing.
I have found nothing that resembles what what are you telling to look for?
Um,
Thoric?
I'm telling it to look for um the lights that were reflecting off of. I have no brain power to word really well. um,
Um,
Words no worky.
you guys can consult on this. You don't have to.
yes,
She's
consult,
telling you.
please.
Can I do a knowledge religion check on the light was his friend?
That's what you got from knowledge religion.
Oh, okay.
Yep. You just remember.
Are we certain that this is where we needed to go look? This is where they told you had to go muck about?
Yeah, they said that they never found his bones or his sword.
Here.
Yes.
Mhm. Okay.
Alright.
So you guys would know, based on the stories all of you've heard, but especially the Lathanderites. This is a really old story. Saying they never found his bones, they would have no reason to think his bone. I say no reason to think. Clarify. It's a guesstimate at best that his bones are in the sanctum. His sword would be a relic, like a major relic. That's probably what they're most interested in. That's about it. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Can I do like a knowledge nobility check to like think of like places where nobles would like hide their valuables so grave robbers couldn't find them, like some King Tut like scenario?
You wouldn't need to. You'd know where they keep them. It's in a vault normally. If they have castles of this size or even smaller, they normally have a
No,
vault.
no, like in a tomb.
Sure, but you're working under the premise this is a tomb.
It's a sanctum.
Yeah,
Now,
this is where he lived. This is not where he buried himself.
in that
I mean,
Um,
he
case,
may have died here.
the,
I'm not saying he didn't. I'm just saying that he would not have built a tomb to himself.
so the to the Lantern Archon, I was asking it essentially to look for anything that might have been reflecting its light, anything that might have appeared when its light shone upon a surface that may have looked like words or glyphs or anything pointing in a direction. And I
Hmm.
also asked it to keep an eye out for anything that might have looked or felt like a relic or reliquary while it was going into the rooms we could not get into.
Mm.
and while that's
Um,
while
Go
that's
ahead.
going on, I'm actually going to try to split apart from everyone. I want to see
Mhm.
what it looks like whenever I'm far away from any light.
Okay.
So, our
Going to the darkest corner.
I'm just going to go into the darkest corner and keep a general idea of where everyone is. But I just want to look there and see if, because perhaps if the light is his friend, then like what the light that I'm seeing, that I was able to see, would be some type of guide. But I don't know that for sure. I don't know anything about these Lathandrites for sure. So I'm just going to take a wild guess and see if this works. See if I happen to see it whenever I'm just getting into a dark area.
Okay. Your lantern archon comes back and informs you that it has found none of these things. It's seen plenty light, like reflections, but they're just like,
Reflections.
yeah, it's just every investigation. You guys have, of course, seen a lot of other cleric expeditions come in and walk by you with a hearty hello. They're normally groups of 4 to 5. They wander further in. I will say afternoon has come. It's probably lunchtime. You guys have been searching feverishly
Well,
and have chased many leads that turn out to be dead ends.
so Octavia was courteous enough and had the forethought to actually pack a bunch of sandwiches for everybody for lunch
Nice.
from the temple. So
Thank you very much.
free food. There's like 20 sandwiches because there's a lot of people, and she has a feeling that the homeless-looking person's probably going to eat like 5 of them.
He's not still homeless looking. He's wearing a chain shirt now.
Okay.
Right, now I look like a homeless guy with a chain shirt.
And
This is the
wearing
party with Lance and Fancy, and the bear.
and
So-
and wearing full plate all day or a day takes a lot of calories.
So evening, you eat your lunch. I assume you resume your searching. I'm going to skip ahead because you're going to find lots of little things you're going to chase.
So
I'm pretty sure Shuri's going to see a fair amount of
Very
ghost flashes that he's going to chase to find nothing.
most likely.
Yep.
I could
Because
pray to light thunder again if you want me to. Give me a question to ask.
Are we wasting our time here?
Anybody
I,
else?
Isn't that kind of open?
I don't know. How can you make the light your friend?
That's an interesting question. Considering that's exactly what Octavia did this morning.
Well, yes, but
No,
not quite.
I'm perfectly serious. Are we wasting our time here? Because if we're not going to find a clue here, if we're just kind of turning over stones like everyone else, and the reason that no one's found anything in ages is because everyone keeps looking here, and we're missing something that makes us look elsewhere.
Well, that's
And
true.
we already know that this battle where we find the sword based on our last divination is going to be elsewhere in the world.
Well, the one thing that I will say that is very likely true is I'm assuming that every single one of these expeditions is coming in the day, and they're coming with lights, because this is a Church of Lathander. And if the light is his friend, then perhaps we need to be finding that light instead of using our own. But
So maybe
in
come back
testing
at
this
night.
theory, I've been testing this theory slightly by looking at the dark places, and I can find no hint of it. So I am suspecting that I am wrong.
I'm gonna pop 2 more of my spell slots for rank 4 and just do 2 fucking divinations, so that way I can kill 2 birds with 1 stone, which leaves me with 1 rank 4 slot left. 2
Remember,
questions.
important. You are asking a god a question.
Yes.
Okay.
Right, so wasting time would probably not yield a good answer because probably
The
have
answer will always be yes.
Yes.
You should be out converting people to the Church of Lathander.
Yep.
Anything other than that is a waste of a cleric's time.
Exactly. We'll just stick with the one then. Trying to think how to phrase the question.
It's trying to save you a spell slot.
Yep.
What are you trying to get at?
Is it fruitless to continue searching for that which we seek here?
Is that the actual question?
No, this is something I'm posing to the group. As
Okay.
like,
Perhaps, but you need, that's still an opinion.
Yeah.
You must understand that perhaps to Lathander, us finding the sword is still fruitless.
Will we find what we need to put us on the correct path in this place?
Even that is misleading.
will we find what we need to put us on the correct path? Find Thoric's sword in this place.
That would be a bit more accurate. I think that is actually one of the best ways to put it, yes. Because we need to be specific, or else it will be up to interpretation.
Okay, let's see here. Alright, so because she is bothering a god for the second time in as many days, Octavia goes outside in the sunlight and pretty much.
Before you start to pray,
Uh-huh.
hang on a second. Do you remember the first question you asked? First
Yep.
answer you got?
Yep.
How is the second question going to deviate from the first answer?
Okay. At the end of
That's
the
the
great.
most important part, yeah.
Okay.
You're looking for a different answer than the answer you got.
It's fair. It's the same question but phrased differently. Huh. Well, my vendor said that the sword was here, but very far away at the end of a great battle. For us all we know, he could be speaking about here being our plane of existence. So, wouldn't a more appropriate question be to ask, where is the great battle that is very far away?
I do not think so, because we already know where it is. It's here.
Mm-hmm.
I believe the best way of putting it is
When?
simply win maybe, but I think the most likely would be simply asking specifically about this sanctuary or this sanctum, and asking if the sword is in this sanctum.
I literally asked that question yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. And they said it was here, but far away.
Which is why I said here could be pertaining to the plane that we're on, not exactly here as in the location. Because he said very far away at the end of a great battle.
But you asked where the sword was, right?
Yes, which
Mhm.
he said it's very far away at the end of a great battle.
Right. Which is not ideal, not specific either. But that is why. No, there's no real.
The only reason I stopped is because I want to make sure you ask a question that will render a different answer.
Where is the great battle that is very far away that Thoric's sword is located at?
Wouldn't the answer just be here?
Exactly.
Yes.
That's the only part of that answer that's missing.
Perhaps simply a yes or no question would be the easiest way. Simply
Those are the
asking
best.
something along the lines of, will we find any clues towards the location of the sword we seek within this sanctum?
How about what is the secret to finding the sword?
Or what is the name of the town that is closest to where the great battle is?
Nytherbane? I'm just saying that could be an answer that we get. That'd be a
Very
very
far
frustrating
away.
answer to have.
No, but no, but what's wrong about asking like for a way to find the sword rather than where the sword is?
Well, what if he says waiting?
I want to help, but I can't.
Then we know it's in the future. I don't know.
I'd like to
I think
break
the thing,
fall.
the trickiest here is that if you're asking a deity, and we do not know precisely how deities think, asking anything other than a yes or no question will likely give us an answer that we will not understand.
Will we find
Well,
the sword if we stay here?
here's the thing. If you ask Lathander where is the sword,
Hmm.
and then just reword where into where is next to the sword, or where, you're gonna get the same answer over and over again.
Right, so I'm changing it to how, or when, or what do we need to get the sword? Like anything like that, and then we can at least get an answer. If it's like we need
It
a
would all be equally vague is the problem. Yes or no
Mm-hmm.
questions can give us specific answers, while
Maybe
asking what or why is going to give us very vague answers.
maybe there's a mosaic of a great battle in the tomb.
It's possible. It's
Yep.
definitely it's worth checking.
Did I find any mosaics of a great battle in the tomb while we were looking, or the sanctum while we were looking around yesterday?
No, the patterns all seem to be just sun rays, essentially,
Okay.
that lead to circular stones where they start from, and then they go out in straight lines of what you imagine were yellow colored stone.
Yes or no?
Can I do like a knowledge religion check of like great battles Thoric would have been involved in?
You wouldn't have to roll on that. You already know the. Actually, yes. Give me a roll.
13.
I'll roll with him.
Uh, you know of Thoric.
19 plus 13, so 20, 32
32.
Yep.
on a religious check.
Religion.
Okay.
Yep.
So you're checking for
The same
Same
question.
thing.
same thing. You have so basically, Porthos. You just know about the battle that the fight against the great evil that Thoric and the party fought against. Octavia, you remember an obscure scroll that spoke of Thoric's ability to combat the enemies of Lathander's light all over the world. He was, he's said to have fought in deserts and in the Great White North. He's, basically, it speaks of him traveling the world and fighting evil.
I share this information with the class.
True.
So as far as Thoric's battles, there were many. They're not described in detail, but it wasn't just the one great battle that he is known for here in Nytherbane.
Question. Is Eladara still alive because she is an elf?
Is Eladara still alive? You don't know.
Okay.
I mean, Laika's still around. We could go ask her.
Sure. You
Let's
can
go
ask her
ask the lich.
forever and ever and ever.
I don't think that's a good idea.
It's really
No.
dark in that castle.
No, it isn't.
That's the first time the party split up. Nothing good has happened
Nope.
well, she was
anytime.
she was in love with Thoric, and he kind of returned her affections only to placate her. But then when Eladara came back from the druid circles for more training, he left Leica to go and be with Eladara because she's the one that he truly loved. And Leica kind of shut herself away in the castle forever. I don't
Well,
think we want to
that
go
that that
ask her questions.
that sounds like a personal matter. We shouldn't pry into that.
Yeah, I don't think it's a good idea for us to go talk to Thoric's ex and ask her where his sword is.
Yep, that's
Well,
the
man,
best way to do things.
that was hundreds of years ago. She might have forgiven and forgotten by now.
I don't think you understand how long a woman can hold a grudge for.
Oh, God.
Oh, listen.
I,
I think we're hitting our head against the wall here.
the only
guys.
problem we have is there's not much else that we can do right now, but I suppose we can ask around.
We could go to the temple library and we could look at the scrolls.
Oh no.
Please don't burn anything down. You know what? That's a bad idea. Never mind. Let's do something else.
I know, right?
I have an idea.
Okay.
Please, Mr. Dinosaur, enlighten us.
Do we have the ability to cast a sending?
To get what?
Cast a spell sending.
A pizza.
Want a pizza?
Who would we be sending it to?
The person who ordered it, obviously.
I was going to say we could send it to Thursday. Not about this in particular, this part that we're on right now, but just, be like, hey, you coming back anytime soon to, pay us for the job we did a few weeks ago? Did we get paid for that job? And then also get our next assignment. And we can keep looking for the sword, but it'd be nice to, like, I feel like we've kind of exhausted most of our options
Likely.
in this thing right now.
Well, we did hear an answer. I just don't think we know necessarily what it means.
Also,
Because
Thurzan didn't send you on a quest. The last quest he sent you on was to where's the last place he sent you?
We do have
Druid.
Druids?
The
Yeah.
Druids, correct.
We haven't
You guys went
seen
to
him
Garda by
since.
on your own. Yep.
No, we haven't seen him since the Druid taught them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I do have sending.
You guys are working for free. Well, you're working for the Smalius at this point.
I like
Ah,
that.
yes, the
Who's that?
blessed patron of this party.
Hey, we can send a sending to him, see
You
what
like
he
him?
knows about.
No,
You like him when you need him.
we are not sending anything to Desmalius, nor summoning him, nor associating with him if we can help it. He's up to no good.
I'm just saying, he knows
Hey, Ark.
things. He might be able to help us with this.
He seems like a he looks for you kind of guy.
Hey, Ark. With how
Hey.
high my wisdom score is, would I know if it's a good or a bad idea to try and ask the Reverend Father about any of this?
You would be free to ask the Reverend Father about, well, anything. He'll grant you an audience. As long as you get an audience with him, he'll be happy to answer your questions if he can. But Porthos has spoken to him.
Yeah, he sent us.
Porthos and two of those guys that you don't like.
Two of those guys that we don't like.
Yeah, the red sashes.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Be right back.
The unpleasant sort. The guys who speak in short sentences.
Oh dear.
Well, Octavia just kind of shrugs. I don't know what to do.
So what are you guys doing? You spent an entire day yesterday. You spent the better part of a day today. Give up and go home.
Mm-hmm.
Your Lantern Archon is long gone. Yep.
She thanked it
And
kindly.
evening is falling. The wind nips at your neck.
Can I
Mm.
do just like a standard prayer for guidance? Like
You
not
can.
not a divination, but just a prayer for guidance. Like,
Sure.
show me a sign. Before the sun starts actually sinking down, she goes outside and she sets kind of an impromptu altar up, and using her holy symbol as kind of like the center. And she starts praying to Lythander, essentially asking him for guidance in this matter because they don't know what else to do. They don't know where else to go, and she's asking for him to shed his guiding light upon them.
Okay, where are you? Are you still in the sanctum?
I can be.
I'm asking.
Well, she would find the most well-lit place, like within the sanctum, like that
Okay.
has like a sunbeam coming down from the top.
You have literally walked into the darkest place in the sanctum.
Okay,
So
well, she's walking out of the darkest place in the sanctum towards an area that has some sunlight coming down into.
yes, all the parts missing the ceiling.
Yep, there we go.
hmm All the parts.
Yep, and she's
Yep.
asking for guidance.
Okay. Let's hear the prayer.
No.
Oh God. Let's see here. Word.
Dear son, daddy.
No. Um.
Dios mío.
Oh
It's Big
God.
Mouth,
Hi,
remember?
Papi.
Ay, papi de luz.
No, Papi del Sol.
I light the candle and I hope you hear my prayer, please.
No, no, no. Okay, she's there. She's holding onto her symbol. Blah blah blah. Let's see here. Hmm. My grammar.
Into the light I command thee.
I'm
No?
waiting for my
Nobody gets the
grammar.
Constantine reference?
I
Yeah,
I
I
got.
did.
Holy Father, like thunder, guardian king of the light, and he who guides the wanderer. I ask now for you to guide this lost wanderer on the path set before me, before us, in order to try and find the appropriate path, find what we seek, so that way we may spread your light further with a holy tool left behind by one of your chosen paladins. Shut up. I was out of character. Um,
She said spread tools.
Please give us a sign, a clue, anything that you might be willing to spare, so that way our ignorance can be, we can have the veil lifted off of our ignorance and see what we are supposed to be seeing. It would have been a lot more eloquent than that, but you know, I'm tired and I've got brain mush. And
Okay. Roll me a d100.
where's the D100 at?
You roll 2 10s and determine which one's the 10th place.
Okay. The D10.
They're normally colored differently, so you can.
That's a D10, I think. And then
Mhm.
the 8, 5, 12, I need 10.
Yeah, there's a dark one and a light green one. So,
I'm stealing this one.
okay, so pick which one you want to be the 10th place and then roll both of them.
10th place. Let's like. I don't.
Where are you?
I'm right here.
Middle of the
Green.
board.
Okay, see? There's 2 dice. Which one of these is a 10? The dark or the light
The light one will go with the tens, please.
Okay, cool. Then select them both and roll them.
Before you roll,
Uh,
do a practice roll because they're both. It's on 0-0 right now. The chances of you rolling 0-0 again are very low when it's on 0-0.
Alright. Practice roll. Okay.
Now for realsies.
That would have been a 90 something.
That would have been a good roll.
Can I keep that roll?
No.
And a 2.
You rolled a 2?
I don't know. I'm just guessing.
No. Yeah,
74?
Yeah, 74.
Ooh, 74 is actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, so you finish your prayer, and really dark cloud blots out the sun
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
for just a minute. And
No,
as
I
you
think
look up
that's
to
good.
see what cast that shadow, the cloud moves away, and the light returns. And you get the distinct feeling that you are in the right place.
Okay.
So what happened?
You gotta move the bitches out of your way. That's what LaFanta said.
We get the distinction that we're in the right place.
You get the distinct feeling you are in the correct place.
We all saw the rest of it though, right? The cloud?
Yeah, you see the cloud cross in front. It literally makes it. It's a dark, dark cloud. The sky becomes a dark gray. And just as fast as it blots out the sun, it moves out of the way.
I think that was very interesting.
Um, I don't really know how to interpret that.
What was it?
Well, I have the feeling I get the very strong feeling we're in the right place, and it wasn't my own feeling. It was a sensation being put upon me.
I think that probably means that we're supposed to do this when it is dark.
Yep, I think you're right. Well, does anybody got a spare cloak or a blanket? Because otherwise, I'm gonna freeze.
Well.
Yes,
What
you were
was
right. You were right. You were right. You were right. God, would you
No,
like a
don't tell
gold
him that, because
star?
that's not actually correct. What he was trying to do was crazy.
I could just picture Porthos coming around a corner
Folding his arms,
Well,
like one of those
well,
old westerns.
well.
Yeah.
tapping his
He
cheeks.
has the biggest shit-eating grin you ever could see.
She pouts. Yes, you were right. Would you like a gold star?
Yes, he would like a gold star.
She pulls a sticker out she uses for the kids she teaches the ABCs to, and she puts it on his breastplate.
It's gonna stay there for the rest of the campaign.
Just
Nope.
a fucking gold star.
Okay, but while that's going on, I'm going to try some random experiments still because I'm curious.
Sure.
So, because I was seeing the random flashes of light,
Mhm.
I suppose I'll try to just speak out whenever I see it next time, not towards anything but it. If we're supposed to try to make the light our friend, we may as well acknowledge that it exists, even in the dark places, right?
Sure.
So I'll give that a try.
You have several phantom visions of the light that you quickly recognize are just your mind playing tricks on you, which makes you doubt that you ever saw the light originally. And calling out to it. Is anyone seeing him doing this? Because
Yep.
It's going to look crazy,
Yep,
but I am trying to
that's-
stay far away from everyone, but I'm trying. So there is
that's
that.
what it looks like. Yes.
I detect magic. I'm sure.
Detect magic on him.
Yeah.
Several things glow.
I have magical boots.
Yeah,
I have
specifically I'm
magic
seeing if
sword,
there's like some
guard.
kind of spell on him.
Mm,
Is
That
he
is just-
okay?
He doesn't glow. No.
No, I'm just trying to experiment. I'm
Yeah.
seeing those little flashes of light.
She's a
And-
normal girl dressed like a boy that's just calling out to things in the.
No, no, no. Don't say you're seeing those little flashes of light. That's not helping.
Oh, it's fine.
That's not making it better.
I'm seeing them.
Yeah,
So
okay.
Oh,
So
boy.
anyway, evening sets upon you. Late evening. The sun begins to set. and of course, the other cleric expeditions into this massive ruins end. They start leaving, and they all wish you, a good night till, till dawn.
Of course. Good night
I
to you.
go around in the dark.
Well, it's not dark yet. The sun is setting.
Oh,
Clerics get out of there when the sun starts to set. They got evening prayers, and then they go to bed.
Octavia made it a point to take a 20-minute cat nap so that way she would actually have energy to be awake.
Okay, you guys heading back to the tavern as
Nope.
the fingertips become a little numb. Your nose starts to get a little nippy.
Nope.
Constantly
No, we're
rubbing
staying.
it.
Porthos is passing around the liquor.
I'll just stick with the little blanket and move on.
I pull out my winter blanket.
Well,
I'll take some
well.
of the liquor.
Octavia brought one of her blankets with her and stuffed it in her backpack before she left the temple because something told her in the back of her head she was going to get stuck out in the middle of nowhere and dark and was going to be cold.
She used to
Well,
that kind of thing.
you normally use this time in the evening to pray for coming dawn. That's what Lathanderites do at night. Well, sunset.
She did
Anyone
that.
lighting a fire? You guys setting up a camp in here?
I don't want us to set up any light at all, honestly.
Okay.
So
It's
next
gonna
to
be
Porthos.
cold.
It's going
You
to
guys
be
know
cold,
this.
unfortunately.
Yes.
Yep.
Mhm.
But
I wander around in the darkness.
I will be just moving a few places around. I do think it would be important for us to eventually
I mean,
stick together.
I have a
But
flint and steel. I can light a fire. Do you specifically not want it for the quest? Like, you think it's gonna that we need to be in darkness?
I do think that having the light be his friend, and the fact that this is something that the people of Lathan, like the Church of has never found, is important because they would always go with light.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay, well, should have damn well listened to Porthos. I'm just kidding. All right, so yeah, I'm just gonna get close to Porthos and ask him for some of that liquor.
Octavia has an existential crisis and starts questioning all of her beliefs because she was wrong about the sun.
Drink, eat, my friend. It is bitter cold in these parts.
Basil's wandering around in the catacomb in the complete darkness.
What?
'Cause that's
I
not
can
very
see
big.
in magical and natural darkness. So I'm just exploring the
Okay.
entire place in pitch black.
Sure. There are no catacombs here, but sure. Yeah.
Alone in the
No,
dark.
isn't that where we're under? Like under the pillars?
You
That's what
guys
that
are in a remaining section of the sanctum that
Right.
still has a ceiling and roof cover.
Yeah, that's where I am at.
Okay.
Like, when we drop down and we're like exploring that area, that's where I'm looking.
So how
Are
about
you heading back to that area? Okay.
Yes.
How
I'm going
about
to wander back out towards the actual open area of the sanctum that's not covered, just out of
Mhm.
curiosity, because
Okay, so no fire, no warmth.
how long do we have
I
until
cast endure elements on myself.
Okay, you're fine.
like what time is it?
I could definitely benefit from something like that too eventually.
Are
Yep.
we all just going to sleep? Like
No.
now?
No.
I don't know.
No.
So we're just gonna stay up and wait?
I'm searching in the dark.
No, we're exploring at night.
Exploring at night. Okay, I got you.
Okay, so
Alright.
who's out exploring? And who's sleeping?
Basil's exploring.
I'll be out looking in the open area.
Basil, Shuri, Octavia, this is well past your bedtime. It has
I'm
gotten dark.
Still awake.
Okay.
And she is kind of wandering around inside. She had pulled out her blanket and wrapped it around her shoulders. And I'm looking to see if I have anything to stop me from freezing to death here in terms of the spell.
If you do not have magical light, you are in darkness.
Mm-hmm.
She's just kind of following the wall with her hand and very
There's no
carefully.
fire, right?
No fire. And
Okay.
very carefully and slowly, like using her foot in a sweeping gesture to make sure she's not about to fall into anything or off of anything before
it-
moving forward.
Okay.
Is it very windy right now?
There are little gusts here and there, especially as you guys are in a enclosed kind of corridor where the wind will whip through the corridor periodically, but it's not like directly exposed to constant, uh,
Would a candle
air
survive
moving.
and provide enough light?
A candle would survive for the most part and provide light, but not a lot of heat.
No, I know. I mean for the search. But then if I don't have magical light, if I don't have light and would need to search in the dark, I can't see. How am I gonna find my way around? Like I have low light vision, but not, you know, dark
Well,
vision.
I can
Yes, low
see
light vision
in
is fine.
pitch blackness.
Can I see when it's
Are
Uh,
night in low light vision?
you see heat signatures, right?
you can see in starlight.
No,
Okay.
I don't have dark vision. I literally have
Oh.
the devil's sight, which lets me see normally in magical darkness and normal darkness, like if it
That's
was
Okay.
just
crazy.
daylight.
That's a
That is,
crazy
I've had
ability.
that since first level.
That's insane.
Okay. So
Yeah.
really quick.
who is
Um,
sleeping?
I had cast Endure Elements on myself and on Sherry's character because it's a first level cleric spell.
Okay.
Before,
So
yeah.
3 of you are
Wonderful.
fine. 3 of you are fine. Aranora is
So-
freezing to death.
I cast it on her too.
And so is,
Yeah, I'm dying.
So is
I just don't
Lance.
know what
So is
to.
Porthos. So is
so is
Aridius.
Runa.
I have nothing
How
to
many
do about it.
first level spells do I have? Jesus.
Runa has hunkered down into winter wolf mode. Pulled her legs in under her.
Winter Wolf.
Yep. Head down, trying to stay warm.
Alright, I
Um,
cast
uh,
so
Porthos has tied the lantern to his belt and is kind of walking around.
You have 4 first level spells that are non-domain spells. Endure
I have
Elements.
5.
What's that?
I have 5. The updated sheet you gave me, I have 5
Yes.
per day plus 1 domain spell.
Okay, when do you guys plan to sleep?
Not.
I think probably right after midnight would be a good time to just stop.
Okay. So you guys are searching around in no light. The only person who can see clearly is Basil.
I
How
think
much can I see? Enough to search with low light?
You get, I think it's 15 feet of uh, basically vision in darkness. Isn't that how it works?
with low light vision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we
You
can't.
can see in starlight. as if it
The
was-
starlight. Yeah, which is why I'm in the
Oh.
open area. I'm
Okay.
trying to see what limited light is in the sky, and just use that to see. But in general, I'm trying to find the dark places and just see if there's a
Glimmer of light or something.
it's just the little glimmers of light are what I'm looking for, because I think that's
Yeah.
that's the
Okay.
purpose of this place.
So everyone who doesn't have endure elements, how long does that last for?
24
Hours,
hours.
right?
24 hours.
Doesn't have it. You guys are going to want to hunker down earlier.
Mm-hmm.
It gets pretty late. It gets pretty damn cold. If you're walking around with endure elements, you're fine. If you don't have endure elements, you're going to be heading back to hunker down for the night.
I gotta go.
Are there watches? Or are you guys going to sleep? Because it's late.
I'll need to go to bed because I want to get my spells back. Wait, I didn't really use any spells, did I?
You only need 4 hours of reverie. But yes,
I could take.
you're an elf, right?
I can take. No, half elf. I can
Um,
take.
Oh.
I can take first watch.
I'm not hunkering down. I'm pushing through, even though I don't have endure elements.
I
Oh.
don't feel very good, so I'm gonna light like
Okay.
6 candles around myself, right? And I'm just gonna.
If
I thought
you
there was no
and
light.
if you end up stumbling across me in the dark because you can actually see and I can't, I cast Endure Elements on you, which means I've got 1 left.
Who, me?
No, not you.
Me.
Oh, okay. Well then I'm gonna. No, fuck the candles. I can't go to sleep with those candles.
I thought Shuri said no lights.
No.
Yeah, I don't know why
Yeah.
people keep trying to turn lights on.
Yeah.
It's cold. It's cold.
Keep flicking the switch.
Cause it's freezing. All right.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna go to bed then. If there's no
Okay.
watches, then I'm gonna bed.
Yeah, I've got a
So,
winter blanket.
Porthos, what are you doing?
Porthos will take a few more mouthfuls of liquor and cuddle up next to Reckless.
All right, it's really late night now. It's well after midnight. It's about as cold as it's gonna get. It's frosty AF. So Basil's still out searching.
Yep.
Shuri's still out searching. Porthos is sleeping. Sashir is
Searching.
searching. Arunius
I'm sleeping.
sleeping. Octavia
is searching carefully.
searching. Lance, Aranora are sleeping. Animals are sleeping. Well, I imagine the animals are kind of sleeping. All right, so 4 of you are searching, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Porthos, you hear music in your sleep,
Oh, okay.
and you are awakened by a bright light. It seems blindingly bright.
Oh God, I drank myself to fucking death. I knew it was good.
Oh,
That's
God.
the first thing you think?
Yep.
Wow.
Your eyes begin to adjust. And I'm going to call it a night here.
Ah,
Uh,
God, jeez.
No, come on.
Cliffhanger.
It's 2
We don't
o'clock.
we don't spend
It is
all
late.
night searching, not get any answers. You suck. Suck.
Not my fault. This is how it works.
I didn't get to fight shit. Alright, cool.
Upload.
You guys spent the last 2
Upload.
sessions fighting.
Yeah, it's fine. This was actually
I'm
fun.
cool with not fighting. I just
It was great. Just lots of
If-
exploration.
if only y'all would have let me sleep here, we could have saved an hour of this.
She ate crow and admitted she was wrong. Fuck, where do you want?
Well.
Do you want a parade?
This could have
I
happened
just keep
last night.
picturing
Yep.
Porthos emerging from the shadows with a well.
Yep.
Look who was right.
Could be hands on the hips. Could be hands folded. I picture hands folded, tapping foot. That's what I picture. Yep. It did
Sorry,
make
guys.
sense.
there.
It's all good.
Keep asking God for help.
Wandering around in the dark.
He's giving you the help. Like, I can't.
Give
I
it
don't
to
know what to tell
you.
you.
You gave pretty solid answers, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know about
Good.
the end of a great battle one, but I'm sure it's relevant. It's just it's how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm going to bed. Night.
Yeah.
Good night.
Right.
That's why I called it 2 o'clock.
I don't have to work till 12:30.